What's going on, guys? Big Clyde 34 coming at you today. No, to the dismay of many, I am not dead, at least not yet. But today, I'm back. Took a little bit of a hiatus. As I told you in my last video, this is my second video back. Hopefully, the YouTube algorithm has not canceled me since I haven't made a video in over a year. I've been on the naughty list of YouTube probably. So let's hope that we can hop right back in where we left off. And today, we're talking about diesel trucks. So, modified diesel trucks, they have been a hot topic for a little bit now, probably about the last year or so. And basically, this is because the government has been cracking down on people who modify these things. They don't like these emissions delete modifications that people are doing. And primarily, the pain and suffering has come from diesel shops. Diesel shops have been getting raided. They've been getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. One guy that I wrote a story over on Speed Society, he was fined $1.3 million by the EPA. Apparently, he owned a tuner company. He sold 14,000 tuners, and that was worth a $1.3 million fine. He also got a year in prison, but that prison term, I believe, was tangled up with tax evasion charges, so I'm not sure how much prison time, whatever. $1.3 million. The prison time is another cherry on the messed up sundae. $1.3 million from the EPA for selling tuners is crazy. But apparently, the government, depending on where you're at, no longer is just going after shops. Apparently, they're going after individuals who are trying to sell these trucks now, too. So, all credit to The Drive here. They were the ones who, I believe, broke this story. They discovered a post on Facebook from a man by the name of Mike Seabold, who was trying to get rid of his 2008 Cummins that did have the emission system deleted. Now, Seabold says that he bought the truck like this, and he was simply trying to get rid of it, and he ran into a lot of trouble. So let's dive into the details here. So as he had this post listed on Facebook, apparently New Jersey government, great state to live in, am I right? But apparently New Jersey government has people just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace looking for illegally modified trucks to go and send threats out to. How messed up. We'll get into my opinion in a second. Let me get through the facts first. So basically, this guy tries to sell his truck on there, and he gets a notice in the mail that says, dude, put it back to stock or face the consequences. He can't drive it around. He can't sell it. Dude is stuck with it. And he says that in order to put it back to stock, again, I remind you that he bought the truck like this, according to him. In order to put it back to stock, the emission system, he said it's going to cost him 10 grand. So I believe that the guy's solution to the problem was to just, get rid of the engine and swap it out. He came to this agreement with this agency that goes by the name of the Department of Environmental Protection in New Jersey. If this becomes a trend and companies start doing this, either people are going to hang on to their diesel trucks a lot longer because they can't really sell them, or they're going to just try and sell them to CarMax without telling them or something like that. Or diesel shops that installed these modifications are about to make a lot more money when somebody wants to sell their $30,000 truck and they get caught trying to sell it on Marketplace and they can't sell it. What are they going to do? They have no choice but to go to this place, take a $10,000 loss, and hopefully recoup a little bit of money when selling the truck. The article from The Drive does continue that they can't put this guy in jail. His Facebook post said otherwise. He said he could face up to 60 days in jail. Not sure which piece of that information is true, but that $10,000 is going to hurt either way. But it does seem as if Mike decided that he wanted to comply with the requests from the agency. Those are the facts. What do we do now? What happens? Like, what direction does this go in? Well, if this were me and I was put in this situation, I would be incredibly furious for one, but what would I do? Well, I would probably hit up a lawyer first to see how much power this agency actually has and what these fines mean. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of agencies out there who can't really do anything. They don't have power. They send fines, though, and people pay them because, well, they think they're in trouble. So I would definitely talk to a lawyer and see if this agency is legitimate or not. Just another example, kind of an unethical life pro tip. I'm not telling you to do this. This isn't legal advice. So you probably shouldn't do this, but in some states, if you run a red light, for example, you get a red light ticket in the mail. Now, let's just say you go and you sell the vehicle that this violation occurred with. They're going to keep sending you the ticket over and over again. But you want to be very aware of what the worst thing that could possibly happen is if you don't pay that violation, because who wants to pay over $100 for running a red light? Now, in certain jurisdictions, the only thing that they can do is withhold the registration of that vehicle if you, the vehicle owner, go to register it again. So if you've sold that vehicle, that means that they have no power over you, none. So, I mean, you could pay $100, $200 out of the goodness of your heart just because you love your great state government so much, or you could smarten up and just ignore it and throw it out every time it comes to you in the mail. Is this one of those situations where you could throw it straight in the trash? I'm not 100% sure, which is why I would talk to a lawyer. But if I'm this guy, I have to say my next move after talking to the lawyer would probably be, because this Department of Environmental, whatever it's called, I believe is a New Jersey state government organization, I would probably find a state that doesn't really care about it as much, be on my way to a CarMax in that state and trade this thing in and take whatever it is that I can get for it. But it's kind of a messed up situation. I don't think that the government chasing down people on Facebook Marketplace is an efficient way to spend resources. If they really want this stuff to stop, there are better ways of going about it. But that's crazy. In any case, let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. I'm glad to be back with you guys. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I'll catch you all next time.